Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in Veldraken because we need to head to the target dummies. We have something important to do. Recently, a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, Grim, I need you to send me a macro for a mouseover." And I was like, hang on a minute, dude. That's already in the game. You can do that just using the base Blizzard UI. I was like, nope, it's rubbish, doesn't work, don't like it. Can I have the macro? So I said, sure, sent him the macro. And that got me thinking, do we need to head to some target dummies and take a look how exactly these Blizzard mouseovers are working, if they're working at all? So let's get into it. So we're going to start off without any mouseovers available. I haven't got macros or the built-in Blizzard one switched on. So we're just going for old school. If I'm not targeting it, nothing's going to happen. So let's try that out on the target dummies, or on the offensive and the healing target dummies that we have here. Now nothing should happen. We should get the, I can't do anything. I'm a goblin, so I always get the New York taxi driver accent that it sounds like. So yeah, I can't do anything offensive, and when I try and heal, it's just going on me. I try and buff, it just goes on me. And finally, yeah, there we go, shield just goes on me. So how do we sort this out? Now first things first, we're going to need to head to the options menu. In there is an option to switch on mouseover macros. Don't worry about the new stuff you can see there. I'm actually recording this currently on PTR. But yeah, we have a tick box here. We're going to need to tick that. And that is going to enable everything to be mouse over. So there we go, we tick that. We're not going to worry about that box next to it. We'll look at that in a little bit. That's simply a shift alt modifier type thing. But anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's jump back into Veldraken. Here we are. So now we still have nothing targeted. Let's see if we can cast some spells, and do they actually work? Yes, we are not targeting anything, yet we can mouse over, and it's applying our offensive abilities. And that's great. Very, very handy. But I will say, when I'm playing as a DPS class, I tend to have more things. I want to target my main target, but then I'll have things like focus macros. I'll have mouse over on only very certain abilities. I might have the same mouse over on grip for my Death Knight, or mouse over on an interrupt. So is it as important? Okay, maybe not, but it is, I would say, very much important for healing. So let's finish up with the offensive target dummies, and let's now take a look at the healing ones. Which, I put a couple of spells on bar. I'm still running as disc, but I've got a couple of bits and pieces. I've got, obviously, Fortitude, the buff, which you can see going on myself there. We've got the shield, and we have basic heal. Now you see here, I just moused over that target and used Fortified. Unfortunately, these target dummies constantly take damage, and they'll break shield straight away. It's just a feature. It's not great. But you can see here, I've got the one on the right-hand side targeted, but I'm currently healing the ones that are clustered together. So I do not need to be targeted. I can just mouse over whatever I need, whatever I want. And there you go. You see the shield go on and then immediately snap off. That's just a feature of trying to heal these. But I can go over here and I can go, hey, let's heal this NPC. They're green, right? And you see there, it doesn't actually apply to them. It applied to me instead, but I can heal the target on my left. And there you go. You can see again, it applies to me and not that target dummy. Or apologies, not the NPC at the back, which is good. Sometimes I don't want to heal them. I want to be healing myself. If it's not something that's going to benefit from your heal, then obviously it's not going to apply, which again is a really good thing. But what if? What if I want to blend the two? What if I want traditional healing where I click on a target, but I also want to use mouseovers? How do I blend that? Well, that's where that feature that we saw before when we were ticking the activate mouseovers comes into play, the Shift Control Alt modifier. You can get them in macros as well, and thankfully Blizzard have added them into the in-game built-in mouse over command. Easy for me to say. So we're going to head back into the options menu. We're going to go to our mouse over commands under combat. And now we're going to drop down this menu, and you can select whatever works for you best. For me, I'm just going to use Alt for this example. With that done, and all ticked and selected, we can now come out of that. And you will now see, if I select a target, we'll go for the nice big target dummy over on the right. Now I can go between using my Alt key to activate mouseover, or I can just keep hitting heals and they will always go on what my current target is. It's a good balance between the two. I don't think, personally, it's as strong still as having one of the nice macro commands that you can get that have sort of no dead and all the other features that you can possibly want. But it's a good compromise between having nothing and having a full-on customized macro. But you can see here, if I hold down Alt, I'm now going to start healing the target dummies over on the left-hand side, even though I have the target dummy actually targeted on the right-hand side. Now, last but not least, I wanted to make sure this was as all-encompassing or as well-rounded as we could possibly get. I've invited Cuddles here to join us, so we now are in a party. And this allows us to test the very last thing I wanted to look at, which is, can I use the party frames rather than clicking or targeting the character running around in the world to heal using these mouseovers? That's one of the powers that I really like of having a mouseover macro, is just being able to hover over someone's party frame and heal them. So here we go. We can now see that yes, we can. We already had fortified, which is fine. That's a buff that is just going to be given to the whole party when we click on it. But now you can see that shields going on, and we can apply heals, and they're going on to Kalos' character rather than ourselves. Awesome. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done. Mouseovers are obviously in game, have been for a little while now, and they're worth taking a look at. See what works for you. You may prefer the macros, which I do. I don't think this yet gives you all of the functionality that the macros give you, but I still think it's a damn good start, and hopefully Blizzard don't abandon it and more things get added, which seems to be what they're doing currently. But that is enough from me. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe for more of these incoherent ramblings. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Ladies, everyone.